All right, looks like we are back. Thank you all for bearing with us. Um, yeah, really excited to see what these matches turn out to be. I think I'll just give it a minute, wait for people to start reappearing. But looks like, we're getting everything back in order.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you so much for being patient with us, everyone. And thank you, Ali, for troubleshooting and getting the stream running as smoothly as possible. We are going to be having the day two quarterfinals today. Last of the quarterfinals, I guess just to recap. And it's going to be some great stuff. We only have the map ban and pick up so far, and we're gonna get to see some Ever Sleeping Town first. We're gonna have First Love survivors up first, actually.
Ooh, definitely very excited to see that. Hopefully bringing out that Weeping Clown again. I mean, I don't see why they wouldn't, considering that was their first pick, um, quite a few times in the last round. So definitely, I always love seeing more off-meta picks,
Mhm.
especially like in that first round. You have the opportunity to ban so many other, or not to ban, to pick so many other survivors, and you still, sometimes sticking to your mains can be valuable. And Weeping Cloud, he gets a lot of backlash, a lot of disrespect,
Mhm.
um, just for, I mean, look at him. But he's not that bad. He's sort of becoming this like backup forward when we look at Japan, when we look at China. Um, he's been showing up more and more in tournament as of late. That rocket able to not only carry him but carry other survivors as well. It's sort of like, it's almost like a free football that can carry two people, which is crazy when you think about it. His stun, not bad. It's he's got more going for him than it may look. But I'm definitely, I'm a big fan of seeing underutilized characters for the most part. Obviously, Lizard, uh, not the best pick all the time, but can be strong in the right circumstances. And Weeping Clown, kind of a similar case.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you there, Bones. Uh, I definitely think that Weeping Clown is a pretty versatile character. There's quite a lot you could do with him and his kit. Definitely would love to see a little bit of Lizard and any other underutilized characters, like you mentioned. I'm definitely someone who roots for those sort of characters as well. So, who knows? Maybe we'll get to see First Love and Strawberry Milk serve that underutilized characters hunger that we have, and you never know. Honestly, I trust them, especially considering what both teams have brought to the table in this tournament so far. We are going to be having a Priestess band first up, so it definitely gives some more room for other alternatives. Might I suggest the Toy Merchant?
Yeah, Toy Merchant would definitely be good to probably get on the earlier side. She tends to be sort of uh second string ban, but I don't know. I mean, First Love definitely, apart from that Weeping Clown pick, tends to be pretty traditional.
Mhm.
Sticks very well to meta. So we could be seeing that Seer, we could be seeing an Antiquarian maybe. Something along those lines, just sort of getting in there before ban. We could be seeing that Dancer come out so strong on this map and on most maps. Uh, Even with that nerf incoming, I don't think it's gonna really shove her around her place in the meta. But we will see. I do think that First Love will probably just stick to their guns for this first round. I I believe Ender is hunting first for Strawberry Milk. So yeah, hopefully we'll see that Hermit. Hopefully.
Manifesting. I would definitely love to see some
Manifesting.
Hermit gameplay,
Oh,
especially on
oh,
this map.
I'm so sorry. My apologies. Zen is
Mhm.
hunting first
Oh, no
for
worries.
Strawberry Milk. I have been corrected.
I definitely think that first round we can definitely see something interesting from Zen as well. I'm having a look at the research page Bones made. Research. But you know what? We could be seeing that first round breaking wheel. I know Breaking Wheel has become a little bit unpopular due to advancements in the game. I know that Flywheel has definitely put up a really great threat towards hunters such as Breaking Wheel, but it is a really great map for Breaking Wheel in general.
Yeah,
Ooh.
definitely. We could be seeing that. And looks like, oh, Acrobat being their first pick. And Acrobat and Forward, yep, definitely very, very strong picks. A little bit interesting to see the Acrobat come out so early. Looks like they really wanted to lock him in, but always a strong choice, able to use that ball to break distance, get over some of those lower walls here on Eversleeping. So, I agree with it.
Yeah, I'm here for it too. I think the bombs will definitely be great to utilize. I know it's a bit more of an open map, but it can definitely be used to transition to other areas, especially once you've used them up. And having forward in play here definitely gives some room for additional support. Both, if they don't end up kiting, they can definitely support the survivor that does. And I think with characters like these, it gives some room for, I don't know if it's too risky or not, but I would love to see some decoder gameplay. I'm a little bit biased as a decoder main myself, but I would definitely feel comfortable with playing decoder with forward and acrobat on the team.
Yeah, and I know we saw
Hmm.
so yeah, chances are low, never zero, but we are going to see that Antiquarian and Dancer taken off the table, and that Seer coming out. Definitely really excited to see that Seer as always. Sort of becoming less and less utilized nowadays, but it can never be a bad thing to have a Seer on your team. Able to just come in with that owl support all the time. Elton Barmaid is going to be, I believe, our final survivor ban. So definitely, they're taking all the girls off the table, Mixie. Oh, never mind.
Let's go! Let's go! I'm so glad to see some psychologists as our fourth and final pick. Definitely hurts to see all these ladies banned, but it's okay. Sometimes we just hate to see ladies winning, I guess. But I definitely think that this team composition still puts up a really good fight. I'm curious to see who Zen is going to be playing. There's a lot of hunters, literally every hunter on the table. But yeah, it's gonna be
Yeah,
great.
kind of hoping we could see that Wax Artist first round. Definitely a pretty big candidate to be banned in future rounds. So could be seeing that. Always great on Ever Sleeping. But maybe I know Zen was in the chat before we restarted the stream. We could be seeing that Lizard. I don't know. Maybe first round Lizard. Never is a bad thing, but not this map. You don't want to get stuck in those areas, and this is a team that will definitely, or by those areas, there's the two covered areas on Ever Sleeping they're basically just lizard death traps. You do not want to be there if you are playing the lizard. You can't crash essentially. So it takes out like half of your kit. So and this is a team that would definitely keep you in those areas. So maybe not. We won't be seeing a lizard right now. Maybe later. There's always time for later. Definitely anticipating something like that Wax Artist, something like maybe a Clerk. A little bit less of a high risk, low reward pick.
Yeah, absolutely. Really great points. I believe our lizard counter is up to 4 now, but I'm curious to see what persona webs the survivors will be picking. We are going to have those locked in before we see what hunter Strawberry Milk is going to be playing, but I wonder who will end up bringing Tide on this team. We have seen forwards not bring Tide. Uh, it does look like we are going to be having, yeah, the forward bringing Tide, as well as the Acrobat. Really solid choices here. I think that they can provide support if they don't end up kiting, and if they do end up getting hit along the way, psychologists can definitely come in clutch with that whistle.
Yeah, definitely. So it's something that we haven't seen as much lately, with that multiple tides. But we are going to see that Seer and that Psychologist with that broken windows knee jerk reflex combined on the Persona tree. So yeah, definitely. kind of looking to get those extra rescues in there, probably saving that acrobat for the end game in case somebody else gets chaired. But yeah, really excited to see that wax artist coming out. Zen, obviously, we've already seen Zen's work on that wax artist in the last round. Definitely something to look out for. I mean, wax artist is, I would argue, one of the strongest hunters in this current meta. And on a map like Eversleeping, so many open areas, areas that aren't very open. You can just wax off those windows in those covered areas I was talking about. You don't really have to worry about vaulting over that window to break the distance. You can just wax it. It's very definitely creates a lot of problems for these survivors, but I think that this will be a very, very interesting first round. Psychologist takes 3 hits forward with that harassment. Seer takes 3 hits. Yeah. Really, really excited to see this, Mixie.
For sure, and same here. They'll definitely have to be careful about the utilization of their resources. However, I do think that when it comes to the wax artist, hot wax in particular, I think we've seen a lot of players in this tournament alone just fall victim to that hot wax. Uh, so they'll definitely have to watch out for that. I do think they'll also have to be mindful of where they're going to be rotating and what ciphers they're going to end up decoding, because even if we do see a really solid kite off, which of course definitely expecting from these teams, I do think that when it comes to wax artists, the further you get into the game, the more possibility of wax artists kind of stunting that decoding progress. So they'll really have to be mindful here.
Yeah, and I actually I was watching China qualifiers the other day,
Hmm.
and I believe it was ACT UA who pulled this, but with the wax artist can shoot ciphers to disable them. And UA was like shooting the wax in a direction. I was like, what is he doing? And the wax was going over one of the buildings in the center of the map and onto a cipher. And it's the fact that you could be capable of doing that without moving from a chair. Just the versatility, the potential of this wax artist is insane. Um, so definitely, we could be seeing some crazy plays coming into this first round.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll definitely leave it up to Zen. That's really phenomenal to know. I love how these wax artist players end up finding these tricks to go along. And yeah, it looks like we're gonna get started here with the area pick. Once again, we are going to be having the forward and acrobat bringing that tide, and the seer and psychologist will be bringing sorry, not knee-jerk reflex, but broken windows.
Yeah, it looks like you've got that seer in the center, forward, down by the fake gate, acrobat. Oh, never mind. I'm sorry, they swapped. Uh, yep, and we are going to see Zen spawn in a location. There we are. Close that forward, close that psychologist. Possibly looking for that psychologist or that seer on that first chase. Or, could cross the map and go for that acrobat and take one of the tide turners off the table. Definitely very excited to see who gets that first chase and whether that containment can be successful. But we are going to head right into it. This is First Love Surviving versus Strawberry Milk Hunting. I am Bones, this is Mixie, and we're just going to get right into things.
Yeah, good luck to both teams. It does look like we're going to see Wax Artist go to that second story, maybe cross through middle here, and he might catch sight of the seer, and it looks like he does.
Yep, and we are going to see that seer on that first chase. That owl is not back yet, so if Zen is able to land a hit relatively soon, we could possibly be seeing that owl relegated to the second hit, if at all. Oh, there's that owl. There we are. No very, very early first hits, but still, that wax is accumulating very quickly, and yep, we're going to see that freeze and a very, very early first hit, but oh, hello, forward. Oh, goodbye,
Ooh.
forward.
Yeah, it definitely went out into an open area, but good attempt at support over here. We are gonna see Seer
Oh.
get downed by the first story. Yeah, taking that drop was definitely risky, and with that swing, really cancels attack recovery. Forward is nearby, however, but it does look like we might see a stun. Not quite. We're gonna have forward wait it out a little.
Yeah, definitely being a little bit more conservative with that ball. Has about, I would say, maybe 60, 55% of that ball left. Probably looking to conserve it for later in the match. But that was a very, very impressively quick down from Zen. Still at 5 ciphers remaining. But that cipher, oh, looks like Acrobat Cipher's popped. Psychologist Cipher is being pressured right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, really, really great work from Zen to start this round off.
Oh, we aren't going to see a hit on the forward here. Definitely gives him a little bit more leg room, but that Seer just cannot catch a break right here.
It looks like possibly, playing a little bit of mind games, waiting for that. Oh!
Oh,
And a
that
blink
was a
right through that locked off window, and the Seer is going to go down once again. But forward is in the area, definitely looking to get that second stun off. We're still at 4 ciphers remaining, though. So this, maybe at best we could get like a draw or a single escape, but things are looking very, very good for Strawberry Milk heading into this first round, and very quickly as well.
Yeah, absolutely. What a way to start off. I do think it's worth noting that something that really inhibited their Cypher progress in the beginning was that Psychologist rotated away from the Seer, but went to the lock cipher, and it really forced her into that corner house cipher. It was the nearest
Mhm.
one, but farther from her spawn. And the Wax Artist ended up blocking that one off too, so it's really put a damper on their decoding progress.
Yeah, and it just goes to show the versatility of that Wax Artist, able to just, those 2 ciphers that are visible there, 1 cipher here, that's 3 ciphers being pressured without even moving from that chair. And oh!
Oh,
Oh!
phenomenal terror shock right here. The patience of
Wow!
Zen has been insane. That I wasn't sure if he was going to break out of the wax in time to rescue, but he really had to take that chance, and honestly, really great pressure.
Yeah, wow. Such a strong showing from that Wax Artist. A little bit of spinning here as well. Uh, just looking around for his next target. But that forward still has a good amount of football left. Could just use that to dash away from the chair, if he is rescued. But that Acrobat, already taking... Oh, wow! Wow, that was a beautiful ball right over not only the window, but also the outer corner of that covered area. And we are going to see the forward football away. He's got about, I would say, 15% of that ball left, still able to make a short dash. But we could be seeing a potential rebound here from
Mhm.
First Love. 2 ciphers remaining. Psychologists hard at work on those, and forward, in a very strong area, could keep up this
Yeah,
containment for a while.
I thought that hiding on the forwards end was phenomenal. We've been seeing some really great patience from both sides, but it does look like he is going to get found here, just shy of the pallets.
Yep, these open areas are... Oh, no! Yeah, open areas are not your friend against a Wax Artist, and we are going to see the forward go down and into the basement as well.
Insane.
It looks like, I believe, yeah, Zen took a second there to lock off the cipher that the Acrobat had been working on. But we are actually going to see the whistle go off here to get that Acrobat back to full health. And possibly pressure that chair, but looks like he may be finishing his cipher first.
Yeah, honestly, great choice of whistling off that acrobat. Even if he doesn't go in for that rescue, he's definitely going to be this wax artist's next target. And they really just cannot catch a break with the wax. So great on Zen for really locking off these ciphers. We are at 1 cipher remaining, and that cipher is nearly primed, but great usage
Ooh.
of the hot wax here.
Yeah, really great work from that Acrobat to get over that ledge, able to avoid the freeze until... Oh, they're just going to pop. Okay. We are going to enter the end game here now. Both Psychologist and Acrobat still alive. Psychologist headed right for that gate. And Acrobat in a very tight
Oh,
position there. Zen with a beautiful blink there to seal that off. But what I was saying previously, it was a very good choice from the acrobat to vault over, able to use that ball to vault over the window there. But really, really great work from Zen in that moment as well to use that use the wax blob and get that acrobat to half health right away. But we are going to see Psychologist on a solo escape, and that is a very, very strong 3-man to start this off.
Yeah, congratulations to Strawberry Milk for the win and great job on First Love. I really think we saw some excellent plays and really great understanding of the usage of their characters. Loved seeing that pressure from the wax artist, and I really thought that the acrobat was really in tune with how to utilize the bombs, especially getting over things like Bones had mentioned. Uh, I did like how the forward stayed close by to try and support that seer, but of course, it's really hard to put up with that wax. I think blocking off those windows and also targeting that forward and blocking him off from that rescue to force a really pressured last minute rescue that resulted in a terror shock really solidified the pace of the game.
Yeah, it's also worth noting that forward against a wax artist as well, um, the wax artist sort of passively counters stunners, and I'm trying to
Mhm.
find the exact number on this. I'm not sure if there is one, but whenever the wax artist is stunned, he does sort of emit wax and will I believe it's like 20% wax or something like that. But the survivors do get wax on them as a result of just stunning at all. So yeah, definitely sort of has that built right into his kit, able to counter those stunners. But beautiful, beautiful work from Zen. Just able to so efficiently take care of those survivors. Um, and yeah, definitely excited to see how First Love responds in this second half of the first round.
Yeah, for sure. They're definitely gonna want to end off round one pretty strong since they did get one escape. But honestly, I also liked how the psychologist did provide a lot of support for the team as well. Uh, it's always good to see a psychologist utilizing that whistle for a teammate. So I think that really was good. If she hadn't gotten that whistle in, I definitely think that the acrobat would have just gone down to the wax and they might have not been able to pop that last cipher.
Yeah, definitely really, really well timed on that whistle because, you know, Zen wasn't going for her. So there was no reason for her to have all the health on the team when the acrobat was the one who was kiting. So just really well timed, really well communicated. And it resulted in her being able to escape instead of a 4-man to start this round off. So definitely really smart work from First Love there. And oh, it looks like we are going to head right into the bans and picks for this second round. So really excited to see what Strawberry Milk brings to the table and what First Love comes out with for their hunter.
And it looks like we're going to be having a seer ban first thing. Definitely a good indicator as to what the first love hunter might be putting out. I don't think we're going to be seeing any of those chip hunters first thing, but it does look like we are going to be seeing mercenary as the first lock-in for strawberry milk. Oh my goodness,
There you
Annie!
go.
Let's go. Thank you so much for whipping out that toy merchant. And first round too. I honestly love that. That's a really bold move and one that I really commend because I think she's great on this map. It's really great to see an Annie pick despite Priestess still being on the table. And yeah, I'm here for it.
Yeah, and we have seen Strawberry Milk. Didn't quite go according to plan in the last one, but I do know that Strawberry Milk knows where those catapults need to be placed. And is definitely able to use them to support teammates. So really, really interested to see um if those catapults can come into play here today on Ever Sleeping. Toy Merchant's such a strong choice on this map. Able to, you know, we saw in that last match the Seer got downed with a fall hit. Toy Merchant can just glide away from that. She doesn't have to worry about you know, being right there underneath the hole when the hunter falls through. So definitely a really strong choice on this map. And we're going to see Priestess and Mechanic taken off the table as well. So definitely, you know, you don't want to deal with a Priestess on this map. And a Mechanic as well can be so useful just to get that extra escape.
Absolutely, and we are going to see Acrobat as a third lock-in for Strawberry Milk. We definitely got to see a lot of great Acrobat plays in the last match, and they really went to show just what you can do with those bombs and how to get over certain things. Um, Definitely going to be a really hard team to chase, and it does give room for Strawberry Milk to possibly choose a different decoder. I know they do have a decoder main. I think it's Kells. So we could definitely see some of that Prisoner. I definitely think that Prisoner could support that Mercenary, and if Annie or Mike ends up getting chased, then Prisoner could definitely support the Mercoder.
Yeah, and we could actually be seeing an Axe Boy in this first round. I know that Boy Boss pulled out an Axe Boy in the first round during First Love's last matchup. So with that entomologist ban, definitely doesn't want to see one of those um if you're playing that Axe Boy. So we could definitely see an Axe Boy coming out of this first round. And we're going to see the batter locked in as the last choice for Strawberry Milk. Yeah, really excited to see this team comp, focusing a little bit more on the harassment. Really, as you were saying, Mixie, not a team that you want to chase. So
Mhm.
very, all of them are very strong, especially on a map like this. And really sort of puts a wrench in Boy Boss's plans probably to find that first survivor and be able to commit to anybody on this team.
Absolutely. These survivors are definitely gonna put up a really great fight against whichever hunter that Boy Boss ends up playing. But I do like that you brought up the Axe Boy. Definitely a hunter I love to watch. And I definitely think that Ever Sleeping Town is a pretty strong map for him as well. Lots of open area. If you're on top of placing your trees, it can definitely pose a really big threat to the survivors, and the possibility of soul snipes are pretty much endless.
Yeah, definitely interested to see as well, what the what the persona webs are going to turn out with. Probably, you know, obviously Markon died. But we could possibly see another one of those double tide turner situations coming into this. Possibly with that acrobat again, possibly with the toy merchant. We've been seeing a lot of toy merchants carrying tide in tournament as well. She's
That
sort of coming in with that where that patient was coming in last year, able to, you know, put down the catapult and fly in as sort of, you know, the replacement for that hook or that elbow pad. Able to just cover a lot of distance in a really short time, able to get to that chair before it reaches half. So we've sort of been seeing like that rescuer toy merchant coming up. But definitely really interested to see Flywheel can be so strong on these characters, especially, you know, a character like Acrobat, who's already used to building those short amount of distance. Um, and yeah, so yeah, we're just waiting for those to come in. Very excited um, to see how that pans out.
Absolutely. I definitely think that all the points you brought up were perfect, Bones. Uh, Flywheel on Acrobat or even Batter can really get them out of a pinch, and I am definitely someone who vouches for 3-6 Toy Merchant. I'm surprised that people don't bring it more, but I do enjoy seeing Tide on Toy Merchant utilized in these tournaments. Um, I do like how you can do like an overhead rescue with the glider. You can also throw items. Of course, you can throw items when you're just running over there, but the overhead throw really helps, especially if you want to set up an item for when they get off the chair to transition. I
Mhm.
really like that strategy. You can pull off a pretty good basement rescue with Toy Merchant as well. You can just glide in.
Yeah, and
Definitely,
yep.
yeah, definitely one of my favorite things to do as a toy merchant. But yeah, we are going to be seeing uh two characters bringing Flywheel. It's actually going to be the toy merchant and Batter. Acrobat will be bringing Broken Windows, and Mercenary, of course, will be bringing Tide.
Yeah, pretty standard. Definitely, I love seeing how I've probably talked about this before. I think I talked about it last week, but I love just seeing how the meta has sort of evolved from like, it used to be 3 or 4 rescuers and then 1 decoder, but we've sort of seen that swap around almost exactly. But we are going to see the breaking wheel come out for this first round. Definitely the kind of hunter that we haven't seen in a while, but so strong on
Hmm.
ever sleeping in all of these open areas. But I am interested to see if Strawberry Milk will be able to properly utilize that flywheel in order to avoid the spikes here, because they do have two of their team members are carrying flywheel, which has sort of been the reason why we've seen Breaking Wheel fall out of the top meta. So it'll definitely be really interesting to see how this shapes up.
Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely going to be fun to watch. I've missed watching Breaking Wheel gameplay, and it's always tough to go up against one on Ever Sleeping, but with a pretty hard to chase team right here, I do want to note that it's going to be great to have those catapults in play so long as the Poland doesn't take them out of commission too early on. It can definitely be utilized to transition to better areas, and it's just going to be really fun to watch.
Yeah, really excited to see just how things shape up, because like we have seen, um we've seen a lot of really strong breaking wheel gameplays, but there are still so many areas for the breaking wheel to get stuck on. So we'll definitely see like how Boy Boss is able to sort of adapt and work around, some of the map obstacles. Again, like working around that catapult. It's a little bit of a push and pull as well, because breaking wheel can break those distances almost instantly in wheel form, able to catch right up to that toy merchant. But um, if the toy merchant's able to utilize levels properly, there are a lot of spots where the breaking wheel can get stuck, like on those stairs, on the stairs of the buildings. And yeah, it's gonna be very up in the air, very push pull. But everybody's loading in now. We are going to see some of those badges on display as well.
Yeah, for sure. It's really gonna be fun to watch all of these players compete in this round. I'm definitely wondering how how they're going to be able to utilize these characters. I do want to see some support coming in from the batter, possibly the acrobat as well. Um, and definitely Toy Merchant, of course. I don't think anyone aside from Mercenary can pick up items, but who knows, it can work in their favor.
Yeah, especially, in a situation where the mercenaries exhausted all those overheads early on, can possibly get a fourth, can get another item from that toy merchant. A little bit unfortunate, that that's the only character who can use items.
Hmm.
But we have seen, already in this tournament, those toy merchant items coming in very handy, coming closer to endgame. So we could definitely see that coming out here in support of the mercenary. But we are going to see, my apologies, I kind of missed the spawns, but I believe that the breaking wheel is spawning sort of close to that dungeon spawn, closer to the graveyard.
Hmm.
Yep, okay, I'm right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
probably heading to middle to start this first chase.
Good luck to both teams. This is the Strawberry Milk Survivors and the First Love Hunter in the second half of round one. It does look like we're gonna see Batter as our first kite here.
Yep, sort of looping around that middle area. Um, I the ceiling kind of getting in the way of Boy Boss's aim here as well, but yeah, able to get that first spike in, and the batter is going to transition right over to another area, over to that covered area.
Yeah, I think this Batter is doing a phenomenal job of just looping around this breaking wheel, even in just really areas that are just open. Pretty ideal, but we are going to see him get out of wheel form right here.
And a couple of missed balls here. Oh no! Very quick down, even after all of that fancy footwork over there
Hmm.
against the wheel form. Missing, I believe, I'm not entirely sure what happened with that first ball, you know, possibly just sort of missing the aim on that. And then the second ball almost immediately also missing and batter going down. But we are going to see Boy Boss change targets onto Trash Bag, who I did not take enough advantage of saying their name before, and I'm going to take full advantage of it this round. But yeah, sort of pressuring the Acrobat on that Cypher, and Mercenary is here for that rescue.
Yeah, great utilization of the elbow pad to get out of there. We are gonna see Boy Boss continue on the batter, and oh, we are gonna get a hit on the batter here. He will be going down once Tide is out, but we've lost sight on the Mercenary who is currently taking off that spike.
Yep, definitely very good to just get that spike out as soon as possible, especially for the Mercenary. You know, you take one hit of chip damage, and that is not coming off. There's no one on the team who can fix that. But we have seen the Mercenary has used 2 elbow pads now, and could be in need of that Toy Merchant's items pretty soon. Getting in a spike there on the Acrobat, just disrupting this decoding very, very beautifully from Boy Boss. And headed over here, another, I believe, oh, not quite at full presence yet, so only 1 spike here, but, ooh!
Great body block on the Mercenaries, and we did see that blink come out, but yeah.
Yeah, very, very good anticipation there from Charbonnet Survivors, just able to keep up that body block even with the blink, but Batter is going to, oh, beautiful flywheel on that spike. Just as I was saying before, you know, a flywheel can be so detrimental to a Breaking Wheel's performance, and carrying it can just really, really help your kite. And yeah, we're going to see that now. Batter able to knock back the Breaking Wheel once, possibly knock back the Breaking Wheel twice, and into the wall as well. Beautiful.
Great stun. I really love the usage of that one ball to get some distance and then transition to get the other ball up. That was really smart.
Yeah, and it looks like, I believe, was a catapult placed or a catapult put down? I believe something was placed over there, possibly picked up, but the batter is going to go down here. But yeah, we're at 2 ciphers remaining. Acrobat is almost finished with the 1 in Graveyard, so we will be at 1 cipher remaining very, very shortly. So even with the batter taking off, you know, things could be looking worse. But great work from Boy Boss, you know, just able to immediately transition to the other side of the map and right back on that Mercenary, who will be going down in 1 basic hit. Possibly very shortly. Oh, beautiful elbow pad to avoid that trap as well. But yeah, that chip damage can be very detrimental to a Mercenary.
We are gonna see that that max presence. And there we go. The Mercenary is gonna go down here, but Boy Boss is going to opt to just slug him out for the time being. And looks like he's got his eyes set on Trash Bag here in the middle.
Yeah, just sort of working around, trying to pressure all those ciphers. We will see that the Toy Merchant is working very, very hard on that one at Corner House, but Acrobat's already taken 2 of those spikes, will be going down in just 1 basic hit. The question is, will he be able to contain long enough for that cipher to be primed? It's about almost at 90%. That blink's not quite up yet from the Breaking Wheel, but this area, you know, such a strong area really for any hunter, or for any survivor. And not a lot of fun for that hunter, right? Trying to maneuver around here. Ooh. Oh, wow.
I'm surprised that didn't hit, but great blink right here. We are gonna see the pop.
Yup. Already Trash Bag able to kite just long enough for that cipher to be primed. And just sort of keeping Boy Boss occupied over here. Is he bringing detention? Oh, he is not bringing detention! So, while the Acrobat is still injured, this will very, very likely be a draw, just because, you know, Boy Boss isn't going to be able to, pressure either of those gates as effectively as he would if he had detention.
And it does look like Toy Merchant is moving in for a possible body block, but isn't able to get that in. No worries. It is still a pretty solid situation for Strawberry Milk right here with 2 survivors at the gate. Really phenomenal kite off of Trash Bag.
Yeah, definitely. We will see. I wonder if the Toy Merchant's going to go in for that rescue. Mercenary's already left, and nope, they are just going to secure the draw for that first round. Wow, such great work from Boy Boss, such great work from Strawberry Milk Survivors, able to just turn things around. Really great rebound from that batter to just sort of bring those ciphers further along. It looks like we're not going to be taking a look at the stats. But yeah, just from what we've seen, you know, such great work from both sides on this match.
Mhm. Yeah, it was super fun to watch. It's always nice to see Breaking Wheel, especially since he's kind of fallen out of common usage nowadays. It was really fun to watch the batter get utilized. I think that the redemption kite especially was really phenomenal. I liked how he really kept track of where he was using his balls and where they were going, so he could just go back over to them and utilize them to get more distance. Even in the beginning, I know that it was not too long, but the amount of patience it took to really just circle the breaking wheel out in the open was really fun to watch as well. Great usage of the mercenaries' elbow pads, and yeah.
Yeah, really, it's really strong teamwork and really strong communication as well, Akarat being forced off that cipher towards the end, but Toy Merchant already had another one past 50%. Um, just very, keeping up that map pressure on the side of survivors. And as well, I wonder if things would have been just a little bit different if Boy Boss had gone and broken that ball that had been left on the ground near the batter's first chair, because it was close enough where like he probably could have gone and broken it, um, but decided not to. Decided to just continue to pressure that acrobat off the cipher, focusing a little bit more on that cipher pressure rather than getting that ball off the field. But it did end up coming in handy later when the batter got off chair and was able to utilize the extra. I believe that was actually the ball that resulted in a short stun. So uh, possibly could have cut the batter's containment time down by a little bit, but really really strong work, able to utilize broken wheel even with as you were saying, Mixie, like the meta that's sort of been built against him coming into this year of just high tier tournament meta.
Yeah, you're right. Honestly, I totally forgot to mention about that flywheel from the batter earlier to avoid that spike. That was really great. Um, another thing too that I liked, the successful body block off the mercenaries, and of course we aren't going to forget about the body block at the end. Even if it didn't land, I think it was really smart for the toy merchant to have come out and try and support that acrobat to get that three-man escape, potential three-man escape. But yeah, ending off with a tie is still really solid because it does put Strawberry Milk in the lead here.
Yep, we're going to see that 3 to 5 points, 3 points to First Love, 5 points to Strawberry Milk. Yeah, looking pretty solid going into that second round, but it's still really it's still kind of a close game. Anything could happen in that second round. Definitely, uh a more equal standing than we've seen in a couple of the past rounds here at Checkmate. So really, yeah, definitely more evenly matched teams, and really really exciting gameplay ahead. Zen, if you're listening, you
Mhm.
guys are in the lead. Technically, that means you're winning, and I know you said that if you were winning, you would pull out that lizard. So
We will be anticipating that then. Just
I'm
it's just
joking.
a
I'm joking.
suggestion.
It's
Yeah,
just a,
it's
it's
just
just a
a
very
suggestion.
aggressive suggestion.
It's a nudge with the elbow really hard.
Just a little, not too hard.
Yeah, hashtag do it for bones. But yeah, um, I'm really excited to get into round two. Of course, we're gonna see more bands, different map. I want to see a bigger map, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe a little bit of Moonlit River Park action.
Yeah, I'd love to see
Um,
that. I don't
Probably
think
not
we got to
Lakeside.
see we didn't get to see much tram in this match, so I would love to see some roller coaster.
Oh,
Oh,
it looks like, is that Leo's memory?
yeah.
We are going to be seeing Leo's memory. That is a pretty sizable map, as well. Not quite as big as Moonlit or Lakeside, but very, very big, very open. Most of the way very low to the ground unless you are in that factory. I know, yeah, Nick, you and I were both hoping to see Leo's memory, so I'm very glad that it's made an appearance here in the second round.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? Taking Arms Factory off the table is also a pretty solid choice. We talked a little bit about that. I know Bones brought it up. But yeah, I think Leo's Memory is definitely going to be a great round 2 pick. It definitely has its haters, but it's a fun map. It's a big map. I would love to also see, I know it's not really relevant to either team, but I would love to see some fighting for the dungeon. I think that on a big map with Leo's Memory, with those 5 different dungeon spawns, it's always fun to see people try and shoot for it. Of course,
Yeah,
it's still luck of the draw. Like you really have to be close by or in a position to transition over to the dungeon, but that's something I'm putting on my Checkmate bingo card, I guess.
Oh, were we supposed to make those?
Um,
I missed the memo.
don't worry,
My
I
bingo
just
card
made
is
it.
just it's how many spots are on a bingo card?
It depends. You could do a 5x5. It's okay. I
Yeah,
just
it's
made one in
probably a
my
five by
head.
five.
No, we're gonna
I've
see an
got oh
Annie ban first thing. I understand,
yeah, I don't doubt
but
it. She can be extremely formidable on those stairs, but it does leave the priestess open.
mm-hmm.
So I believe I, I'm not sure who's hunting and who's surviving, but we could be
Oh,
seeing, especially understand that toy merchant ban if it's strawberry milk on the side of the survivors again.
yeah, absolutely. I do believe it's the strawberry milk hunter. I think we're gonna see Zen up again,
All
and then
right.
first love survivors.
Yeah, but yeah, regardless, that toy merchant on those stairs, and inside the factory as well, that one drop-off area on the where the railing sort of cuts out in the middle of the factory, it's essentially just a very, very large toy merchant playground. So
Mhm.
definitely understand getting that toy merchant off the field as fast as possible. And also, that seer as well can be such a strong asset to a team, especially if we're looking, at a hunter possibly uh possibly a hunter that would suffer against probably a single hit hunter, something
Mhm.
along the lines of I don't want to say a dream witch. um that's where I was sort of working around.
No worries.
um I don't really want to say a dream witch on a map like this. We are going to see that priestess and a forward heading into this round. Priestess obviously very,
Yeah,
very strong.
another really great map to utilize those portals and especially the world portal I find. Forward as well. I definitely would love to see some more forward. I think in the first match, First Love's forward really utilized the ball kind of early into the game, so there wasn't much left in the middle or the end of the game. So would love to see some more of that. Um, yeah, and I definitely think that with a team comp like this, I know I know I keep bringing it up, but I'd love to see some more underutilized and maybe some more squishier members on the team. I really want to see a decoder today.
Yeah, we could be seeing that Weeping Clown if it's first love
Hmm.
surviving. Kind of missed him in that first match. I was a little bit sad not to see my friend the Weeping Clown. Um but there's always a chance, especially on a map like this, there's a lot less things for him to sort of bump into.
Hmm.
I feel like I need to stop championing to see characters because I've already been humiliated twice with this. Campaigning for that Ripper to come out, no Ripper, you know. So I'm just gonna take a backseat on looking for that Weeping Clown, but we are going to see that Antiquarian and that Barmaid both be banned. So yeah, we could be seeing a Dream Witch. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that
Yeah.
would be the most fun decision, but she's not terrible on this map. That factory though can definitely be sort of a damper, and Dream Witch is always questionable on large maps. So much harder to keep those leeches in line. So, but with that Barmaid, with that Seer ban, Antiquarian as well, we could see her. We could see her. Definitely wouldn't say no to seeing her. I love watching Dream Witch.
Yeah, absolutely. Same here. We are going to be seeing the Acrobat as a third lock-in. Nice to see this character return as well for First Love's roster. Uh, we've seen the Acrobat player before really utilize the bombs to transition to better areas and make some distance on the hunter. There's really great areas on Leo's memory for that as well, so I definitely anticipate that.
Yeah, and oh well. Looks like we aren't going to be seeing that
Oh.
Weeping Cloud at all. Locked in as that last ban. Definitely a little bit targeted here towards First Love. But, always good to see when teams sort of know what they're preparing for, and do, go out of their way to just sort of respect ban that Weeping Clown,
Mhm.
knowing that the other team's familiar with it. So, I respect it. A little bit disappointed, because we are going to be seeing that Psychologist locked in. Could have definitely utilized that last ban to get rid of the Psychologist, sort of rounding out the roster uh, with those characters who are a little bit more difficult to take care of, with that Barmaid, that Seer. Um, could have rounded that out with a Psychologist, but, I respect the respect ban. And definitely, I definitely think it was a good choice because we did see First Love pull out some pretty clutch Weeping Clown plays in their last round. So, despite, as you were saying, being a little bit more of a squishy member of the team, so to
Mhm.
speak, uh, never shouldn't be underestimated. And hence, why he was banned. But we should be seeing those Persona webs coming in very shortly, and I'm very excited to see what First Love will be carrying in terms of that.
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely think we can maybe anticipate another double tide. I think it'd be safe to bring double tide on such a big map. If someone's way too far off, you could always have the other tide bringer go in. And honestly, I think it would be really good to utilize tide against a hunter like Zen.
Yeah, we could probably, that forward, possibly forward and acrobat again with that Tide.
Hmm.
Could be seeing that Priestess with Tide Turner as well. Probably not, that Psychologist with Tide, despite, still being able to take 3 hits. Sort of like a Mercenary, doesn't have that distance capability of the Mercenary. So a
Hmm.
little bit weaker in terms of that kiting ability, probably better suited for Flywheel or Broken Windows. But all these other survivors are a lot harder to just sort of raw chase. Um, so, Priestess with those portals, forward with that football, and Acrobat, obviously, we've seen, as you were saying, Mixie, First Love's Acrobat really knows how to utilize his balls. And Leo's memory has so many of those low walls that I was talking about earlier. Um, very much able to just sort of jump over those and break a lot of distance. I do hope that we see that forward get a little bit more legwork in this round. Maybe a little bit more stun action going into this.
Yeah, absolutely. Did we talk about the wax artist band that was really smart on their end? I think Bones is bringing up respect bands as well, and honestly, we respect that. Uh, it's gonna be fun to see the Strawberry Milk Hunter whip out another character, and you never know who they're gonna play next. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah, hey, not a bad map for the Lizard at all. Honestly, one of my favorite maps for the Lizard, just because there's so many open areas, and those stairs, they can work for and against you, but
Mhm.
a lot of survivors, they just don't expect you coming from above when they're on those stairs. So, you know, just saying, but we are going to get those Persona selections, and it looks like we are actually going back to that single Tide with the forward being the only survivor on this team with Tide. Everyone else is carrying Flywheel. Obviously, all of them have borrowed time, and we're going to see a Bloody Queen
Wow,
heading into this
fantastic.
round.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I think it's a pretty good map for Bloody Queen.
Hmm.
There's a lot of terrain and a lot of, I guess, objects on the map that really gets in the hunter's way, but that mirror image really helps out in that regard. And of course, getting more reach towards the survivors on this map. Hopefully, we're gonna see some Cypher harassment in the form of Bloody Queen mirrors. I know we saw that in the first round off of Zen's Wax Artist.
Yeah, and I did admittedly skip over Bloody Queen earlier. But it's just because these single hit hunters, we've been seeing them less and less
Hmm.
in the current meta. So I'm honestly really excited to see a Bloody Queen. It feels like it's been so long since I've seen her come out. And on a map like this, as I was talking about, the stairs for the Lizard can also be really strong for the Bloody Queen as well. If she mirrors properly, she can have 2 of her, like the mirror image and herself as well, sort of sandwiching the survivors in those stairs. So definitely very excited to see what Zen has to offer with this Bloody Queen.
Yeah, absolutely. This is gonna be really exciting. I definitely think that the flywheels will also help out over here. I know Mary is pretty notorious for being a TIE hunter, but uh, that flywheel can really prolong the chase. And with such a team with a lot of assist capability, a lot of hiding ability due to their own kits, I definitely think it does pose a formidable threat to Bloody Queen.
Yeah, definitely going to see a little bit of a fight here as well. But we've already seen Zen's capability with that wax artist. And also not afraid to pressure those ciphers, and Bloody Queen can be such a good cipher pressure. And we're getting a little bit of a fashion show here as well as we wait for the matching. Bloody Queen has so many nice skins. Um, is this the one we're going to settle on, Zen, or are we gonna switch around a little more? We will see. But I'm very excited to see that Bloody Queen, as you were saying, Mixie, with the sort of her TIE Queen reputation. I trust Zen. Zen is aggressive enough of a hunter, even with a team like this, with that flywheel, with these strong containment characters. We could be seeing some absolutely crazy cipher pressure. We could be seeing, just a lot of really strong plays on both sides. But we are going to head into the area selection now.
You're doing a thumbs down. But Priestess in the Factory
We are doing a thumbs
was
down.
solid. Yeah. All right. So we are in the first half of round 2 with First Love Survivors versus the Strawberry Milk Hunter. Good luck to both teams.
Yeah, good luck to both teams. We're going to see that Christmas tree spawn coming in here for Zen. And we will see who that first target is. Definitely expecting possibly that Psychologist. Could be seeing that Acrobat as well. Coming into this first chase. And looks like, yeah, we are going to zero in on that Acrobat. Mirror coming up? Nope, not quite yet.
Yep, we are going to see that Acrobat lay down that pallet early. And it does look like Zen is going to maybe utilize the mirror right here. Not quite.
Yeah, definitely engaging in a little bit of mind games. Oh, just missing that hit. Dropping that ball, getting a little bit of distance, and heading over to the shack. Oh, maybe? Not quite.
Oh,
Yep,
we are
a
gonna
little
see
bit
a
of mind
charge
gaming
hit
here.
right there. Yeah, especially around this tree. Not a bad choice, but oh, transitioning to the basement.
Very interesting transition here. Possibly a misstep on the Acrobat's part. But... Oh, and a beautiful flywheel
Great
to get out of it.
flywheel.
Wow.
That's impressive. That was so cool. And honestly, really funny. I love it. The utilization of the basement. Oh, we aren't gonna see a blink. It does look like the Mary is bringing excitement. Was that a snowball?
I do
Yeah,
believe
waiting
that
for
was
the
a
mirror.
snowball. Looks like, yeah, possibly trying to, ooh, oh no!
Oh
A
my
little
goodness,
bit
that
of,
was
yeah.
yeah, that was a smart switch, but it did not pay off. And it did force Zen here to vault that window. It does look like we have the Psychologist here who is gonna have to get off that cipher.
Yeah,
Oh,
and a beautiful power.
nice,
Oh,
nice, nice
wow,
excitement.
that's where the excitement comes in handy, but that forward is in the area. So I almost, are we gonna make it? Yeah, forward in with a beautiful balloon hit, but unfortunately, or a balloon stun, but unfortunately not quite long enough to keep the Bloody Queen stunned, and the Acrobat is still going to be on the floor, but possibly a hit here. Yep, is going to get the hit in. Beautiful sandwich there as well.
For sure. On the bright side, we do have the Psychologist still in play with Horus Stress Bubble, so it's not going to be too much of a problem for this forward to still go in for a rescue, but really great stalling. We could be seeing this Acrobat pick himself up. Yeah, and there we are!
Ooh. Bit of an interesting decision there. I do wonder if the forward possibly could have gone in and stunned the Bloody Queen in order to sort of secure that, but we are going to see the Acrobat be put on chair regardless. Yeah, this happened yesterday as well. I always do question it when survivors choose to self-heal directly in front of the hunter.
Oh yeah, literally.
I'm like, oh okay, we're doing that now. But yep, we are going to see pressure back on that forward and beautiful use of that stress, getting that forward back to full health.
Yeah,
And
this forward has been doing a phenomenal job with utilizing that rugby ball. I think using it to get away from the Mary and her mirror is just really smart. And we are gonna see a sandwich situation here. Amazing flywheel. Oh,
ooh,
amazing charge swing. Even though Zen did not have sight of the acrobat's mirror image right there, he was able to still get it in.
yeah, and it looks like we are going to be at 2 ciphers remaining. Priestess past 50%. Psychologist has not started that cipher, but I believe she might be heading back to the Acrobat's original one. Yeah,
Oh.
that one's almost done. Oh, beautiful excitement there. And the forward going down with that no attack recovery, and the Acrobat is going to be seeing that chair once again.
Yeah, we do still have the priestess nearby, and it seems that Zen is aware of that too, so we're gonna see that mirror on the priestess.
Yep, there we are. First hit down, but it does look like that the Acrobat is going to get off the chair. We do have one cipher remaining, and that cipher that the Priestess was working on is nearly done. So First Love definitely putting on the pressure. Really excited to see that forward here.
Oh wow, everyone's
Ooh,
here.
gosh.
Everyone's
Everyone's
out and
here.
about. We don't have a last cipher.
Yep. I
Well, Acrobat
wonder...
can't pick himself
Ooh.
up anymore, so we... Oh, we are gonna see the forward fall back into Zen right here.
Yep, and it looks like that cipher was just barely not primed enough yep, just not
Oh,
quite
yeah, good
primed yet.
catch.
And the Acrobat will be sent back to the manor. But the
Mhm.
cipher is almost primed now. Priestess is healing that forward right now, but we are going to see that cipher is going to get pressured now. It is primed, so a little bit of mind games here, waiting it out, waiting it out. Can we get another snowball? Yeah, another
Let's
snowball.
go.
Rooting for the snowball here. Definitely, we will see what happens over there. I
Oh, Priestess is
wonder...
setting up portals. She's not
Yup.
healing the forward. Interesting stuff.
Yeah, Priest is setting up portals over there.
Yeah,
Sort of
waiting
just
that
mind
gate.
games here, seeing whose patience is going to run out first. And that forward's still sitting there on the
Oh, that
ground.
was an abnormal
Ooh.
bait.
Yup, the trait switch here, but Psychologist still not going for it.
Yeah, good patience. Good
Really,
patience in the
really good
psychologist
patience.
and yeah, good choice to go for that teleport. What sucks about abnormal is that you can still get the cipher popped in your face because of the animation. The abnormal goes in after the animation is finished, and that just really sucks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and in that Psychologist position, she absolutely would have been able to pop that cipher in time. So, yeah, the waiting continues. I wonder if they're going to start another cipher, but it looks like the priest is just set up at the gate forward in a chest looking for another item.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's really just a matter of patience here. Oh, and it
Yep.
looks like Zen's patience has run out, and that hit is going to be taken. Everyone is at full health. We are going to see the end game right now. Oh,
Oh,
a
great
beautiful
flywheel.
flywheel. Looks like... Oh, that Psychologist is going to go down, but that gate is already almost open. And the teleport coming in handy right here, but that Priestess's portal was already ready to go. Priestess already about halfway across the map, headed towards that other gate and towards Psychologist. Forward on the run here, and it looks like he has a perfume, but that's really... We'll see if he's able to make that do him much good here, considering, detention. Not quite able... Let's see...
Ooh.
Maybe?
Oh,
Oh!
that. Oh, that's unfortunate. I definitely think that it was a compromising area for that mirror and the Mary main body herself, but perfuming back really got the forward down right here.
Yup, looks like Psychologist already self-healed, and that Priestess does have the gate open. So, and the dungeon's right by that gate, so Forward probably won't be able to crawl all the way over there in
No.
time, but Priestess at that gate will guarantee at least one escape for First Love in this round. Psychologist all the way across that map over there, headed towards the other gate. That other gate is almost open, so Zen is really going to have to pressure that other gate. Oh, it looks like, yep, he does have eyes on that Psychologist, so yeah, the fight
Yeah,
begins.
good choice of bleeding out the forward. He did pick himself up earlier because of the priestess setting up instead. So it does look like we're gonna see some psychologist kite over here.
Yeah, if she can last about 30 more seconds, that
Snowball.
that flywheel will be up shortly, but is Zen going to be able to get that hit in on her first? No! She is going to go down. Forward is still on the ground. I believe he's probably trying to make, yeah, he's trying to make his way to that open gate. But oh, we're going to actually drop the psychologist here. And yep, she has also used her self-heal. So Zen knows. Zen sees that forward, possibly sees that, yeah, sees that forward in the distance. Uh, Maybe. Yep. Ready to try and cut him off, I believe. Oh, nope. They're just going to surrender. They're not going to play the slug game. Beautiful, beautiful work from both sides there. And beautiful work from Zen, able to secure that 3-man in the second round.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Let's have a look at that deduction score. Yeah, really great stuff. We did see a really great first kite off of the acrobat. It was interesting to say the least, and that I mean that in a positive way. The early basement maneuver was just phenomenal. I think Shaq tends to be like a death trap when it comes to Bloody Queen, but um utilizing the Shaq was really phenomenal on the acrobats end. We saw 125 seconds off of the forward, 30 seconds from the priestess, and 159 seconds from the psychologist. Now, admittedly, that was probably because of that last cipher waiting game, but it was a pretty solid kite, really solid flywheel in the end game.
Yeah, I do. I almost wonder how much of that containment time was just waiting at that prime cipher because there was so much patience there. And props to also to that psychologist for not falling for that abnormal bait. Um
Mm-hmm.
just, not falling for it, not going to tap that cipher, and just continuing to wait it out and wait until Zen's patience ran out. So yeah, definitely really, really strong work. And very strong work from that acrobat as well with that first kite. But, Zen able to turn it around with a hunter who's known for ties is just so impressive to me. Pressuring a cipher is so difficult with a single hit hunter, and like we saw a little bit of that in that endgame as well. Psychologist sort
Mm-hmm.
of unafraid at that cipher because she knew, there's nothing that Zen could do except hit her. So, um,
Absolutely. I also really liked that Zen brought first trait excitement. That can definitely be a risk, taking Blink off of the table. But it paid off utilizing the excitement on the pallet stun when Acrobat was hiding behind it and the balloon rescue that the forward did. Or the balloon rescue attempt, I believe the acrobat was still in the balloons. But yeah, that was really great. I definitely think that the forward did an amazing job of support kiting as well. Great on the psychologist for also utilizing that whistle so forward could get in a basic chair rescue early game as well.
Yeah, really, really strong communication from First Love survivors. Unfortunately, Zen just able to sort of take advantage of that. And,
Mhm.
it was such a risk as well to take that excitement instead of, Blink, something more traditional. And it did, almost that acrobat's kite probably would have been a lot shorter if he had brought Blink, but excitement still coming in with that Terror Shock, and able to, as you were saying, avoid that balloon rescue at the end there as well. It's always fun to see, a trait being brought that isn't blinker peepers. And
Oh
excitement
yeah.
sort of almost underappreciated.
Yeah, for sure. It's always funny when hunters bring excitement, not in a bad way. I think when it bites the survivors in the back, when that excitement pops, that's what I find
Hmm.
really enjoyable. And uh, we are gonna be we are gonna be getting those first bans in, and it does look like Priestess and Toy Merchant are getting taken off the table.
Yep, definitely understand that one, especially after seeing that priestess in last match. Able to just set up that global right away, and utilize that global, get to that other gate, and already have it open by the time Zen was able to get back there. So, if Priestess hadn't been there, that could have possibly been a 4-man. So, getting her off the table right away, avoiding that sort of less fortunate situation for First Love, um, and, just showcasing her viability. And obviously, Toy Merchant, we've already explained that one. But we are going to see the Mercenary and the Antiquarian locked in as the first choices here from Strawberry Milk. Always, classic choices. Love seeing Antiquarian coming into the meta.
Yeah, absolutely. I think she's really fun to play with and of course fun to watch. I am here for it. Even taking out Toy Merchant, I'm sad about. We did see a lot of Antiquarian getting banned even just in this bracket alone. So finally having her out in play is going to be really fun to watch.
Yeah, and yeah, I do believe this is the first time that we're going to be seeing her in this round, unless my memory has just completely failed me. But
No worries.
yeah, no, I'm always excited to see the Antiquarian. She's so versatile as well. Almost sort of uh playing the role of a forward occasionally,
Hmm.
able to sort of fill in for that short range stunner, able to get that speed boost from spinning the stick as well. And we're going to see the Psychologist and the Seer band. So, possibly looking at another one of those single hit hunters, not really
Hmm.
wanting to deal with that Psychologist, with that Seer. Can just be a real pain in the neck when it comes to, a hunter like Bloody Queen possibly, Dream Witch, Geisha even.
Yeah, absolutely. And I definitely love watching those hunters on this map. But we have seen Psychologist and Seer get played in this bracket alone, and it's been really great to have them on the team. They're a viable asset, especially that Psychologist. We've seen these psychologists utilizing their whistles to help heal their teammates, and I think that really pays off. Uh, it's not the end of the world. I do think that Psychologist has a healing debuff after she's used that whistle, and we do have healing debuffs for Mercenary and Antiquarian as well. We are gonna see Entomologist as our third pick. I am going to vouch for maybe a Barmaid. I know personally, if my teammates locked in as these characters, I'd want to play someone who can help with that healing. So I think Barmaid would be a fun choice. We did see her get banned quite a bit in some previous rounds. So I'm just manifesting that, and it's definitely not out of bias.
No, it's okay. Everybody loves that barmaid. But yep,
No.
I was about to say, since she hasn't been banned yet and it wasn't locked in, I wouldn't be surprised if she was that last ban, and she is. And yep,
You know what?
we are going to be looking at a sculptor ban on that hunter side as well.
You know what? Fair enough. I know Bones mentioned Weeping Clown last match, and then he ended up getting banned, and here we are with the barmaids. So, I guess we're
No,
just
it's not
gonna
just
have to
me.
stop doing this.
But yeah, it definitely makes sense to take that barmaid off the table, especially with that psychologist, with that seer. Really just looking for, not necessarily an easier chase, entomologist, always a challenging chase, especially within that factory. I mean, anybody's a challenging chase within that factory, but entomologist, especially with those bees able to block off the
Mhm.
windows, block off the stairs. Well, not block, but significantly slow down the hunter on those stairs and within those windows. So, and obviously, mercenary, nobody wants to chase a mercenary. Antiquarian has that stick, has so much versatility with that stick, able to stun, able to run. Um, so getting rid of, possibly the more difficult chases, or the more sort of guaranteed difficult chases, definitely a good choice on the side of Boy Boss here. But we are
Yeah.
just going to wait for Strawberry Milk to lock in that last survivor. Very, very
Honestly,
intrigued.
this is a pesky team. Even taking Priestess and Toy Merchant off the table with those, I guess, like immediate distance givers, we still have some characters that can really utilize. We have Mercenary with the elbow pads, Antiquarian with the stick. You can really use that well for kiting, not just stunning. And then, of course, the Entomologist bees. Oh,
Oh,
Prospector, our fourth and final.
happy
Happy birthday to
birthday!
him! Happy birthday, Norton! Don't forget to log in if you haven't. Get those Norton rewards. But yeah, it just really solidifies the peskiness of this team. I think everyone's a pretty hard chase, and uh, along with their kits, it's gonna give them lots of room for another equally pesky build. We could see maybe a triple flywheel again, or more broken windows. There's lots of great areas on this map for that.
Yeah, definitely, definitely really excited. And again, another face that we haven't seen, that prospector, another face that's actually going to get nerfed at the end of the season, which deserved.
Yeah,
Um,
for good reason. It's brutal to have that prospector support when he's played correctly, and I'm definitely anticipating that for this matchup.
I do believe in my notes I did have that Strawberry Milk does have their own personal prospector main. So a little bit of an oversight. I did my research. I didn't pay much enough attention to my research, but yeah, definitely I'm very excited to see sort of the response to this team as well, because as you were saying, Mixie, such a hard team to chase, especially with that prospector on the team. Those magnets, they recharge so fast, and there's
Mhm.
until the end of the season, there's no sort of cooldown on how often he can throw them. And yeah, just such a versatile character as well. Also, Leo's memory does have pretty well placed ciphers, excuse me, and lockers as well, for that
Mhm.
prospector speed boost. And as you were saying as well, on a team that has a lot of slow healers, prospector has, I believe, like a 10% healing,
Yeah, you're
10
right.
15%. Yeah.
Oh, let's go.
Ooh.
We're gonna be seeing that hermit. Honestly, pretty solid. This is gonna be a super fun match to watch. I'm so excited already. I definitely think that they're gonna have to be careful about how they harass, especially with the polarities that they're gonna have on them. This is gonna be really fun. I definitely think it's gonna put a damper in their decoding as well.
Yeah, and we're going to have a little bit of polarity versus polarity action here with that
Yeah.
prospector versus that hermit. Uh, Definitely, I somebody else is going to correct me on this because I'm actually not sure um how I believe hermit sons do counter the prospector. I believe that they might go through fast enough or enough time to
Hmm.
I don't know. Sorry, I'm
No, you're good.
trying to rethink my statement as I'm saying it, but I'm interested to see how the hermit stuns play with that prospector, because it can honestly be give or take. I do believe that the magnet should push him out of that polarity stun, but you know, based on the timing, based on the hermit's hitbox as well, could definitely be seeing a little bit of interesting push and pull there because obviously prospector does counter disciple. It's a little bit
Hmm.
similar in construction.
Hmm.
But I think I played a little bit of Hermit a couple weeks ago. And I don't think prospectors were too much of a problem, but obviously much different level. I was on my Smurf for that. I was not playing Hermit on my main for the first time. So
Whoa, the Smurf admittance live. No, I'm
hey,
kidding. Those
well,
are
I don't
really
I don't rake. I don't rake. I just use it to practice.
Oh, it's a Smurf in quotation marks. But yeah, really great points brought up by Bones. We're gonna get right into it here. We are going to be having a double tie situation with both the Mercenary and Antiquarian bringing Tide. Prospector's gonna opt for Flywheel, and Ento will be bringing Broken Windows. Fun stuff. I know. Oh, don't forget to click on that Happy Birthday, Norton. Um, but
Is that
yeah,
up? Oh, it is up. I can say it
yeah,
too.
it's up and we can click on it. It's so funny. It looks like Alba is saying happy birthday, Norton. Stop! They're making an L formation, not like this. I was going to say before that we get in, I'm manifesting some more interesting plays. We saw it in the first half, but we are going into the second half of round two with the Strawberry Milk Survivors versus the First Love Hunter. Good luck to both teams. I just want to put it out there. Lockers are your friend. I want to see someone utilize it to get rid of their polarity.
Yeah, I can't believe they haven't patched that yet. I feel like
Mhm.
feels like they should have. But yeah, getting in and out of a locker does get rid of your polarity. So definitely really excited. I'm also really excited to see, obviously Strawberry Milk has their hermit at home in Ender. So this is, going to be a team that's experiencing going against a Hermit. So really excited to see how Boy Boss can, either use that to his advantage or to his disadvantage, and how the Strawberry Milk survivors respond. But already we are going to see Trash Bag on that first chase. All the survivors have red polarity, and it looks like Boy Boss right now is on blue. So we will be seeing that Prospector taking full damage for now. Oh, already with that stun here, with that first magnet coming into play.
Yeah, great stuff. We're really playing the mind game over here in the double pallet, but it looks like Boy Boss is closing in and gonna get that first hit. Oh,
Yeah.
Entomologist did have her bees deployed, so Boy Boss is gonna have to watch out for that. Going into the factory. And there we go. We are going to be having those bees move in as Norton takes the vault over here.
Yep, and those bees, I believe, they've just been hit twice, sent back to Junie over there on the Entomologist. And yeah, I believe we were actually a little bit too distracted by the Prospector pick to go over the Persona web. So just real quick, Antiquarian and Mercenary both have tied. We're going with a double tide here, and oh no! Yep, that's what I was talking about before with that. Oh!
Wow, great blink to Terror Shock over here on that vault. We are going to see Prospector go down here. But yeah, I do think, since we were talking about Persona webs, if I'm not mistaken, I do think we had a little bit of insolence right there off of the Hermit before Prospector got downed. And we do have Mercenary here in the center.
Yeah, really, really strong start from Boy Boss here. Already, getting that shared damage in with the Mercenary, taking that basic hit. The bees are out here again, sort of gently shoving Boy Boss away. And oh, a beautiful flywheel from Trash Bag here, combined with another magnet stun. So really looking to rebound here.
Yeah, I think that's great. I love it when Prospectors get to utilize really, really small objects on the map, but we are going to see Prospector take a basic hit and go down shortly. There we go.
Yup, Antiquarian on her way, judging from that ping. But yep, looks like the Entomologist already almost done with her Cypher. Still have 5 Cyphers, pretty standard Hermit Cypher, well, lack thereof of Cypher Rush. But the thing here is that, all of those Cyphers still have... Oh! Beautiful cancellation of that elbow pad, giving that Mercenary a little bit too much damage for probably his liking, but Antiquarian was able to... Oh, wow!
Great triple stun right here. It allowed so much time and so much distance for Trash Bag, and Hermit is disarmed over here as well. And wow, brutal B setup over at the entrance. Prospector still got some great distance on Boy Boss here, and we are gonna see him adjust those Cypher connections before continuing that chase on the Prospector.
Yeah, it's really just such a strong start here from Boy Boss. Able to just utilize all of the Hermit skills, getting all of that shared damage up, making sure nobody really has a chance to breathe. And ooh, a beautiful cancellation of that hit and pulling him right into that pole. Very precise stun there.
Yeah, that definitely takes a lot of precision and skill. I admire it. And another great stun from the Antiquarian. Hermit is disarmed over here, and it does allow Prospector to get some distance and get a vault over here. He really needs to watch out for that blink. It just came online, and there we go. We are going to see the Prospector go down to another phenomenal blink. Antiquarian is still in the area, and the rest of his teammates are willing to take a stun. But, oh, this is the last chair. So Prospector is actually going to get sent back to the manor.
Yep, we'll see if those bees... Yep, those bees are going to be taken care of real quick. Oh, actually, no, not going to deplete them all the way. Kind of an interesting decision, taking that extra time to grab that second hit. But yeah, we are actually going to see 2 Cyphers are remaining, and some pretty good progress made on both of them. That's sort of the thing with Hermit that can be kind of tricky, is that while the Cypher progress in the beginning is very, very slow, it is, all that progress is just being sent to other Cyphers. But a couple of beautiful, beautiful stuns here from Boy Boss, freezing that Antiquarian, and just keeping up that polarity, and ooh!
Oh, great damage there off of the Entomologist last second. Antiquarian is going to utilize that Styx boost, and we are going to see Hermit close in that distance, however.
Yeah, just a slightly dodged that polarity stun, and ooh, dodged it again. But nope, a little bit of freezing here, but yep, she is going to get out of it in
Nice.
time, and a beautiful stun as well. But I believe that was the last of her flute. Yep, not holding an
Mhm.
item anymore. But oh, just
Oh,
barely missing that hit. Beautiful, beautiful work from this antiquarian to just prolong her kite, able to utilize those pallets to avoid those stuns, but stunned here in an open area, and that delayed damage is still keeping her not delayed, the shared damage is keeping her
mhm.
alive. That cipher, that last cipher is almost primed, it's at 85%, more and more by the second, and Antiquarian has no polarity on her, so it is going to take two of those to get her down, but I wonder, yep, Mercenary, very, very smart, changing his polarity there just to make sure that he does not take damage when the Antiquarian goes down. So very, very smart on the side of Strawberry Milk, using that
Yeah.
delayed damage to their advantage, and there's the Cypher Pop, wow!
That's really crucial. It's really easy to get into a tough situation where someone gets down with a cipher. So having that mercenary up for commission is really good on their end. But we are gonna see
Ooh!
Antiquarian get stunned here and go down. Yeah, there we go.
Wow, such great work there from Boy Boss, able to just cut that kite short, and, you know, it's such a fun part of, Alva's kit, it's almost I'm gonna say it, it's almost like a lizard, um,
Lizard
heading
counter up.
hey, it is, it's a little bit like that jump,
Yeah.
with the lizard, able to, you know, go up, crash down, it's got a similar radius as well, so
Yeah.
definitely, it definitely one of the more fun parts of the Hermit's, kit. And, oh, that Blink coming back
Oh,
over here, and it looks like, yep, the Entomologist is going to go down, and this is the great part about Hermit, that endgame pressure can be so, so strong, because those gates
absolutely.
run on the same connection as the ciphers, if he's connected them, and he
Mhm.
has.
And great discipline on Dust's end. I think staying around the middle area was definitely a smart choice. Entomologist taking that kite allowed him to rescue the antiquarian over here. But we do have some pretty solid gate progress, so it does look like these two have a high chance of just getting that double escape for a tie.
Yup, unless the Hermit is able to, but
Mhm.
no,
Oh,
that
we're gonna
just a
get
little
close.
bit too slow, and that is going to be a draw for Strawberry Milk. And I believe,
GG's.
yeah, we're going to see in a second. Admittedly have not been keeping track of the score. Have you been, Nixie?
I do think Strawberry Milk is in the lead. They did get another three-man and then followed by a tie, so it does
Mhm.
give them the point advantage. And I'm not sure if we're going to be proceeding into round three. I would really love to see that. It's been so fun watching these teams play. But yeah, congratulations to both teams. That was a really fun match to watch. Everyone put up a really great fight, and it was so fun to see the survivors really help each other out and as well as the discipline on the hermit's end.
Yeah, Hermit is honestly, you know, I see Ender in the chat as well. You know, that was where I was like, oh, it's really fun to commentate for a Hermit, and yeah, here we are again, able to see that Hermit. And oh, we're actually tied up. It looks like. Um,
Yeah.
are we tied up?
Um,
I wonder if that might be swapped, but we will see. We may be heading into a round three.
I think it's correct because Zen was able to get two three mans.
Oh wait, no, I'm
Uh,
sorry.
no, you're good.
Don't put numbers. I'm not good with numbers. I see the same score and I'm like, oh, they're tied up. That's not what it is. That's
No.
called two wins.
That
We're not going to talk
that
about that.
definitely makes sense. No, you're good. So it does look like we're handing it over to Strawberry Milk. Congratulations to Strawberry Milk, and really great job for First Love as well. Congratulations as well. Getting into the quarterfinal is really great stuff, and I definitely think that we're going to see lots more greatness from both teams. I'd love to see more First Love, and I can't wait to see Strawberry Milk proceed in this tournament.
Yeah, congratulations to Strawberry Milk, and congratulations for First Love for not going down easy, definitely putting up a fight. And obviously, you know, so much fun to commentate for. And just such great work from both teams, and Yeah, obviously so much fun. Thank you, Mixie, for commentating with me. I had a lot of
Mhm.
fun today. And thank you for the chat as well, being
Yeah, thank you
interactive,
so
keeping up that
much.
lizard counter.
Yeah. Okay, Bones, they're not trying to make your life miserable. I think they're just trying to get that lizard out, Zen. You have a promise to uphold.
Hey, you guys are moving on to the next round, so there's still time. There
Yeah,
is still time for that lizard to come out.
for
But yeah, and
sure.
obviously as well, thank you to everyone who organized this. Great work, able to work around as well, all the technical difficulties at the start of the stream, and everything's been running smoothly ever since. So yeah, and thank you guys for bearing with us as well. Me and my inability to do math once again. Um, and yeah,
Yeah, thank you so much. We will be seeing you next week for the semifinals. Please look forward to it, and I hope you continue to support these teams competing, the staff as well, and make sure to stay tuned. And good luck with your matches as well. I know rank is wrapping up, but yeah, I
yep,
know
you
a
got
few
10
of
minutes
you
left to get
were
a match in.
a few of you were getting your rank matches in, so good luck as well. And thanks again. Uh, yeah, I've been Mixie and I'm with Bones. It's been really fun to commentate with Bones and everyone and participate. We are going to be wrapping up, so thanks again.
Yep, thank you so much. And yeah, again, good luck with your ranks, good luck with the rest of your days, and we will see you next week.